The lotion he was rubbing on her back was breaking down her skin for him to eat her. It was breaking down her skin for human consumption.
Hello everyone, my name is Lisa. Welcome to my channel. Now today's topic it's about our intuition. Yes, our intuition. How our intuition is very key to our day-to-day activities and it's very important. Now these women have come out to say a mind-chilling stories of how their intuition saved them from serious danger, life-threatening danger. Now as human beings we must listen to our intuition. Our intuition is something like our gut. What is inside of it? It's feeling if something is feeling wrong, yes, it's wrong. If it's feeling right, yes, it's right. If you feel you have to go for it, yes, go for it. Now, this let's listen to what this woman have to say. Like the stories are really. Let's listen to the stories.
The lotion he was rubbing on her back was breaking down her skin for him to eat her. It was breaking down her skin for human consumption. Ladies, you have to trust your instinct, trust your guts, okay? She is there for a reason. She is there to help you and she could save your literal life. Now, let me tell y'all this story about this man. His name is Glenn Powell. So his sister, right? His sister's friend went on a date with this man, right? Everything was going great. She said he was charming, he was sweet, everything was everything. So she goes back to this man's house or whatever, right? But when she got to his house, she started feeling like, I don't know, something's a little off. And so whatever, she tried to push through. Trust your gut though, ladies. Trust that gut feeling. Anyway, so he like, oh, okay, everything is everything. Can I give you a massage? So again, she's still kind of feeling like, but she like, all right, maybe I'm tweaking out. So she lets him go ahead and give her a massage. He rubbing her down, but she just got this feeling. She cannot shake this fucking feeling, y'all. So she like, you know what? I gotta go. He like, oh no, what's the problem? I'm sorry. It could be better. Let's just make it better. Just stay. What's the problem? She like, no, I gotta go. And she dipped off out of there. Why the next day her back started to itch so fucking bad to the point that she had to go to the hospital. She gets to the hospital. Why did the doctor tell her she has the lotion he was rubbing on her back was breaking down her skin for him to eat her. It was breaking down her skin for human consumption. This man was gonna eat her. Like, not in a good way. Not in a good way. He was going to eat her. So, whatever. The doctor is like, you got to give me this man's address. We got to call the police. We got to get the police over there because this is like black market. Like, this is like, no, this is not okay. So, she gives them the information. Police get over there. Why he had other girls in the house? That I don't know if they was unalived already. I don't know if they was eating already. I don't know if he had already ate them. I don't know if it was bits and pieces of them. But it was, and they didn't say exactly how many. They just said several. He has several other girls in the house. Ladies, trust your gut. And also, don't be going to these men's house. Don't go to these men's house on the first date. Y'all got to get the Carfax on these men. I done told y'all. Get the full Carfax on these men before y'all go doing anything with them. Y'all need to get their full names. Get their social if you can. Get phone numbers and addresses, and y'all need to do some searches, okay? She was almost eating. Good thing she was listening to that gut.
Y'all, please pay attention to your surroundings and trust your intuition. Yesterday, I was on my way to the store to make a return, and I got to the stoplight and I noticed this car pull up next to me and his window was rolled all the way down. And my windows are tinted, so I didn't think much of it, but I can tell that he's looking over at my car. So I'm like, okay, whatever. The light turns green, we both pull forward, and I pull behind him because I need to turn into the parking lot. We get stopped by another stoplight, and at this point, I'm behind his car, and I can see him looking at his side mirror the entire red light. Like, he just keeps looking in his side mirror. And at this point, I was starting to feel a little bit weird because, yes, my windows are tinted, but when the sun is out, you can still see into my car. So I was like, is he looking at me? The light turns green, we both pull forward. I turn on my signal to turn into the parking lot. He turns on his signal to turn into the parking lot. So then he pulls into the parking lot, I pull into the parking lot. He goes one way, I go another way. So I was like, okay, that was just weird. Like, let me go on about my business. Now there are several stores in this plaza, so I find the store that I need to go to and I park my car and something just tells me, don't get out the car. Like, don't do it. So I'm just sitting in my car and I wait a couple minutes and I see him pull in front of my car. And I'm like, okay, he slows down a little bit and then he just keeps going. And at this point, I'm starting to feel like really alerted. Like, this is really odd, right? So I wait in my car for another minute or so, and then I see him circle my vehicle again for the second time. And at this point, I'm taking pictures. And in the pictures, you can literally see him looking at my vehicle the entire time he's passing my car. So I wait in my car for another 5 minutes or so, and I don't see him, so I just shake it off and I go into the store. As I'm walking into the store, I look back and I see him literally sitting in his car in the same row, like where my car is parked, and he's just like a couple spaces down. And there are plenty of parking spaces available, so he's just sitting there. So I go into the store and I make my return, and I spend like a good 15-20 minutes just like walking around, just trying to calm myself down. So I leave the store and I'm looking around the parking lot and I don't see his car anymore. So I'm like, okay, phew, like that was weird. As soon as I get near my car, I look over and I see that he's parked in a spot and he's watching me walk to my car. He sees that I see him and he looks at me and he goes like this and starts smiling. So I get in my car and I call my mom, I call my best friend. I'm just trying to figure out what to do because at this point, like, I know he's watching me. So I sit in my car for like 10 minutes and I finally get a hold of my best friend, and this entire time he's still watching me. So I pull off and drive to my nearest police station. So I filed an incident report, and thank God I got pictures of his vehicle, his license, and him. So the moral of the story is to pay attention to your surroundings and trust your intuition, because if something doesn't feel right, most likely it's not.
Tell me about a time when your women's intuition has helped you save your life or someone else's life. I'll go first. So I went to a funeral with two of my sisters. This was ages ago. I was 17 at the time, which is crazy actually, considering the story I told you guys about before, my Susie Stitch, where I saved a man's life. I was also 17. So a lot was happening with my intuition in this year. So my sisters are outside, they're talking, and I'm inside. It was my sister's friend's funeral, so I don't really, I knew some people there, but not in a way to mix and mingle, and not as many people as them. So I was just sitting inside waiting for them to be finished, and then we'll go home. And then I had this feeling from my head to the bottom of my stomach that goes and that feeling feels like your life is leaving your body. And I probably say that now because I know what that feeling is attached to, because I usually have that feeling when it's tied to something to do with death, but I usually have it in dreams, and then it makes me jolt out of my sleep. However, it happened in my waking life, but it made me jolt up still. And literally before I knew it, I was at the door with my bag on, telling my sisters, we need to go. Usually my sisters would have been like, why are you telling us what to do? Or you can go, but we're going to stay. Because really, why was I telling them what to do? It was just out of the blue. I didn't give any reason. I was just we need to go. But luckily they were okay, and they came with me. We left so quickly that my sisters didn't even get to say goodbye to everyone that they knew, which is why my sister's friend was calling her frantically 5 minutes as we're in the car. We literally were stood in the same area trying to find out where she was, because someone just fired gunshots in the exact same spot where my sisters were standing. It's been 13 years and I still shake whenever I tell that story, because my sisters could have got shot that day if we didn't leave in the exact time that we left. If we waited just a few more minutes, it could have happened. This is why I always say, trust your intuition as urgent as it comes through to you. If you have that feeling where it's just I need to leave, I need to get out of here, do not question it until you've left the space and you are safe. Question it later. Move now, question it later.
Welcome back. If you got to this point of the video, you enjoy what you see, you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you get notified when I post new videos. Now, our intuition. Now, these stories are really thrilling. They are chilling stories. Now, our intuition is key to our day-to-day activities. Our intuition can save our lives if we only listen to it. Now, I've been in a situation that I just I shoved it off and I was there's nothing wrong. I didn't listen to my intuition. And there was a day I was going to work. I was doing my youth service and I was going to work, and I got in a cab in Abuja. There's this place called Wuse, popular place in Abuja. I was getting a cab there to go back home. And I stopped the cab. When I saw the cab, I saw two men at the front seat. Normally at that point in time, it's always a rush hour. People are always running up to get in the cab and go. But at that point, I was the only one getting in the cab at that particular junction. And when I got in, for a few minutes of the journey, they were saying, oh, this one is not picking. Okay, so do you know anybody? The man was kind of speaking French. He was saying he's from Cameroon and stuff. And I was I knew I might not speak fluent French, but I know a little bit of French. They were speaking French. Do you speak French? I was no. He was we're going down, we're going this, we're going that. I was well, the woman, she's not picking the call. I came from Cameroon, I have goods for her. She's not picking her call. I'm not going to listen to her. I'm not going to answer. I don't know where she is. So the taxi man was not saying, okay, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? The man was not saying, well, let's share the goods together. The goods is what I think then he was saying the goods was worth 5 million naira. Let's share it, and I will take I think I'll take 1 million naira. If we all share the goods together, I'll bring like 500,000. They will need to give me 1 million naira, so I will sell my goods and stuff. At the point I was like, sorry sir, can you please drop me off? I'm not going anymore. They were like, you don't know what you're missing. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I was like, sir, thank you, sir. I'm not interested in the lifetime opportunity. I don't know what you are selling. I don't know where you got the goods from. Kindly drop me off. They dropped me off and they were like, get off from me. They were like pouring insult for me, and when I got there, I realized that I got into the wrong vehicle. There's these people, they are called One Chance. If you're in Nigeria, you know One Chance. You know what I'm talking about. They are like fraudsters who come. It's mostly vehicles. When passage, they always pick passengers on the way. And if you're not the lucky one, you meet the wrong ones. They will beat you up, injure you, serious injuries. And if you're not lucky, sometimes they kill some passengers. They kill people too, and rob them of their belongings, their phone, their money, everything they have. Like, I was so lucky that I didn't get to that point that they had to do really hurtful things to me. They have to hurt me. I was very lucky. Now, our intuition, it's key. I know sometimes we as humans, we sometimes shove it off and it's not important. It's important. Our guts is really important in our day-to-day. That is, being in business, being in a relationship, it is key to everything that we do. Please, if you like such videos, see you next time. Bye.